Hey everybody, this is Muffin with the Daily Biker Podcast. Just here to let y'all know the opinions and ideas expressed in this show are those of the hosts and their guests, not to be confused with their partners and sponsors. Now, let's get it on.
Hey guys, this is Sean from the Bikes and Beards YouTube channel, and you guys are listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You're gonna love it.
Okay. So that one, it was Troy. That one's a flathead.
Okay.
1929 to 1974, because even when they discontinued making WL models that ran a flathead, they still put the flathead motor in the Servy cars. So they actually produced the flathead brand new in brand new production model motorcycles for 44 years.
That's impressive.
Yep.
So when we talked about how long the engines last, we actually talked about that.
Yeah.
How long Harley runs on a cycle.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was trying to say. I remember we talked about that, and I couldn't tell you which engine does what.
Yeah. So the final question on the whole thing, I was like shocked that Troy had no idea.
Okay.
Paul got so close.
Okay.
Nobody got it right. What? Okay. Eric Buell
Yes.
designed a futuristic motorcycle in 1986 using the Harley-Davidson Sportster engine.
Correct.
What was the name of that motorcycle?
Because I know they had like the Blast, the Hammerhead.
Yeah.
I know they had quite a few different names, but it's going to be like the.
But the problem is you're thinking Buell motorcycles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
didn't say what motorcycle did Buell produce. I said Eric Buell produced a futuristic motorcycle.
And I almost want to think.
Now it's a Buell.
Yeah.
But Eric Buell produced a futuristic motorcycle in 1986. What was the name of that bike?
It's like,
you know this motorcycle because you love this motorcycle.
the Harley Davidson Bronx.
No.
No.
It was the RR1000, the black and orange full fairing motorcycle. That spiked again. I wanted to bump that up a little bit. So if our audio is a little off, it's because we don't have quite our mics, but we do have a new mic, because if you heard us last week, we realized that the other mic does not fit into the new phone.
Yeah.
So we do have a solution for that. This was the solution we were going to try to do a couple weeks ago and couldn't do it anyways. Because we got too much reverb.
So this will be the first episode on the new mic.
Yeah. Yeah. It's recording. And like I said, when I was recording at home, it sounded pretty good. So I'm not even running a test. We're just running it.
It'll be fine.
You know what?
I'll tell you when it will spike, though. When I go, hey, everybody, welcome back to the Daily Biker Podcast.
Yeah.
My name is Marcus, and I'm your clueless leader. Today we're going to go on a learning journey. I do have a control on that, though.
Yeah.
On the mic.
So
you can
I have
turn
gain
it.
control.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want the gain to be up a little bit. When I had the gain down just a few minutes ago, it wasn't quite picking it up, and I'm afraid of it being a little too low. But where it's at right now, it's picking up on all of us.
Yeah, because that was the issue we had previously. Marcus would get picked up. I would get slightly less pickup, and we just couldn't hear Heather at all.
Yeah. So, but I do have Miss Muffin with me.
Hey, y'all.
And you got Daniel.
Hey there.
And we were talking about at the shop today, I played trivia. Now, we advertised that as two-wheeled trivia, and some people were like, oh, so it's going to be motorcycle trivia. I wonder what kind of motorcycle trivia it's going to be.
At the Harley Davidson dealership, I wonder what type of trivia.
So to be fair, all of them were Harley questions. There are other questions I could have asked that are not Harley questions. I won't go into that right now.
Because they may come up at some other point.
They may come up at some other
Possibly.
point. Sean thought it was cool. Enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool because it was so simple. Like, we didn't have a whole lot of people playing the game. It took 30 minutes to play.
There you go.
But it gave us something to do, so it wasn't just stale. We were advertising and stuff like that.
Well, and especially this time of year. I mean, we're talking about temperatures here from 20 to 35 most of the day.
But the thing is even when we get into the summer.
Yeah, doing
You
something
know,
like
just a
that.
fun, simple activity. 30 minutes, an hour, maybe a couple hours, whatever.
Doesn't, as far as an event goes, it doesn't really cost you guys anything. You're
Correct.
not, you're not having to hire a band or put some games together. It's
Correct.
True.
trivia.
But
Fun, easy.
and I might do it differently. Like I might do Jeopardy style trivia or something like that. This I did like regular trivia, like you'd go to a restaurant or a bar and play trivia. You had to write down your name on the piece of paper, so I knew who it's coming from. You had to write down your answer. Different rounds had different points. I had bonus point option.
And at a certain point too, if you get enough people that are out there, you do team trivia. You get 2 or 3 people
Well, the
together.
plan was to have team trivia.
Yeah.
I didn't end up having enough people to have teams, so I started breaking up teams and having individuals.
That makes sense.
So, and it was fun. It was fun. It was a good time.
It sounds like it.
But yeah, they thought that the trivia was going to be bad. They thought I was going to be like, what year was Harley Davidson founded?
No.
No. I didn't have
easy.
that. I had like, in what city was the first Harley Davidson dealership?
I don't know.
Heather?
I don't think I know that one.
Chicago.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I should just read that Harley Davidson book, the big book of Harley Davidson.
In 1911, Harley Davidson patented their logo. What is the name of their logo? Now, before you say anything, it makes 100% sense why this is the name of their logo.
Yeah.
And it's still the same logo. And it hasn't changed.
The Barn Shield.
That's correct.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people's minds were, well, that was so long ago, it was probably something different. No,
Yeah.
that's the same logo. They've always
It's
used that
good. It
logo.
hasn't changed.
Before the logo, it was just written Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. It's the bar and shield.
It's iconic at this point.
And not everybody got that one right.
Really?
That surprises me.
So far, because Marcus has asked me a few of these questions so far, and that is the only one I've gotten right.
Yeah. Same.
Let me see if I could think of another round one question. Oh, in 1969, Harley Davidson, combined operations with another company. What was the name of that company?
AMF.
Yes. They weren't acquired.
Combined operations.
Combined operations. The owners of Harley Davidson were bought out.
Yes. But the
Well,
operation.
Harley Davidson was still its own company functioning
correct.
as Harley Davidson. So there was that was the way stuff was worded, I think, tricked some people.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh, well, they were bought. Well, yeah, they were bought, but Harley Davidson still operated as Harley Davidson.
Not in the way that Indian was bought.
Correct. Or sold, or filed bankruptcy, or stopped production.
Yeah.
Or it just was bought and never even used. Someone sat on their name. So, anyways, Daniel, do
Yes.
you have anything? Is there any questions that have popped up? Anything on the rise? Anything that you want to talk about?
No, there's really not. Unfortunately, the weather has not been permitting me to get out and ride or do anything enjoyable the past week.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
And
Muffin?
What?
Do you have anything you want to talk
No,
about?
I haven't done anything.
Besides the fact that you still want to start your t-shirt brand, but haven't started it yet.
Yes. I'll
We
get to it.
did come up with a design of
Okay.
our brand. logo.
Okay.
Not like the t-shirt, but like what the actual, the logo. It's going to be a little muffin
Okay.
with the braids coming down
Yeah.
and the snapback part of a hat. Like we're wearing a ball cap backwards.
That would
Yeah.
be fun.
I was like, that works.
funny. That's-
Because she was on a motorcycle, and I was like, hold on, slow down. Don't get too crazy.
Yeah,
Let's just go with the
let's-
muffin with the braids and the
let's
hat.
start
Yeah.
simple. Simple is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would work. That would work.
Actually, there is something that
I have stuff happening in the motorcycle world, but no, we'll come back to mine. Because I know mine right offhand. Mine's
Okay.
fresh. Mine's super, super fresh.
Well, I keep seeing KTM stuff.
I've been seeing a lot of KTM
Well,
stuff.
and I know we've
I've
discussed.
also been seeing a lot of KTMs for sale online.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, actually, that
and-
brings up an interesting topic.
Insane amount of KTMs. And before you go down that road,
Yeah.
just a teaser. I had conversations. This person has no decision-making power or anything like that. But for anybody that does not know Chattanooga, we have we have Volkswagen here.
Yeah.
Volkswagen North America is here. All of Volkswagen North and South America's corporate offices are based out of Chattanooga.
Yes.
So anything that happens on this side of the globe, does not matter what country, from the tip of South America to the northernmost point of North America, all operations are controlled here in the United States. That being said, I wouldn't be surprised if some of the operations in Europe are controlled by things that happen here in the United States. Because although there are some very high-level executives in Europe, like, if you look at a lot of these people that are in the States, they're pulling from like South America and South Africa and India. They don't send them to Germany. They send them all here.
Yeah.
So I had a conversation about KTM with one of those individuals the other day, because being the privilege of Harley-Davidson, for some of you that might not know, pretty big in Germany. It's pretty big worldwide.
Yeah.
So, conversation about KTM happened the other day. Continue yours, and I'll tell you about that conversation.
Well, I feel bad for anybody that owns an MV Agusta right now.
That came up in our conversation.
Good luck. Like, everybody's worried about KTM's, selling them off because there's not going to be any dealer support or anything. Not that there was dealer support for KTM's to begin with.
True.
But let's go to a motorcycle company that makes all of like 100 motorcycles a year and sells 30.
So he mentioned MV Agusta.
Yes.
And he said, so the guy that owns, or he referenced it as the guy. I'm assuming he's referencing probably the CEO.
Okay.
That owns all of that stuff.
The Pierre Mobility Group.
Prior to KTM sale.
Yeah.
So, about basically he thinks MV Agusta, he's just going to kind of open up the toilet, drop it in the water, and flush it.
That's most likely.
Like this is the opinion of someone that has been in the auto manufacturing world for longer than some of y'all have been alive. So I'm not saying his word is gold, but he's pretty well educated on that type of stuff.
Yeah, which makes, right. And honestly, I feel like that's a consensus.
Which he said sucks, because he says MV Agusta is a great motorcycle. I think MV
with a lot of
Agusta,
heritage,
with their late '90s, early 2000s sport bikes.
Oh yeah, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
but what do you get out of MV Agusta that you don't get out of a Ducati?
Correct.
That's true.
And Ducatis, believe it or not, have a better dealer network and.
Well, and so he mentioned Ducati in conversations.
Which is owned by Volkswagen.
He said that, because I had made a statement to him about I felt that Volkswagen should have bought KTM. Because of the Icon European brand. Because Volkswagen has been very good about buying iconic European brands when they're suffering.
Yes.
And elevating them.
Yeah.
So it might not be suffering in the public's eyes, but it might be financial on the backside or stuff
corporate
like that.
suffering, not
correct.
Not
correct.
Because in a majority of the cases, dealerships are separate from the overall company.
Well, and it might not be anything you're seeing. It could be, there's production woes. So they know that production is going to get halted and stuff like that. And it's not this almighty rescue mission of, hey, I'm going to buy them when they're down.
Yeah.
So, ha, 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 look at me.
No, it's save it from going away.
It's saving an iconic European brand.
Some Chinese company will buy the MV Agusta name like they did with Benelli.
Yeah, probably.
That's what's going to happen.
So, he doesn't foresee
the
KTM,
CF Moto Brutale.
He does not foresee KTM going anywhere.
I don't
think
KTM
KTM
will fail.
will continue.
Yeah.
Not too sure about Husqvarna. And I've seen a lot of stuff out there that says there may no longer be, after 2025, that there may no longer be Husqvarna motorcycles.
Which we've already discussed. There's really no point that they even had
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
They're
It is sad.
Yeah, it
It
is
is
sad because it's a brand of motorcycle going away, a heritage brand.
Well, I think it's sad for me because when I was a kid,
you can still get your chainsaws. Two completely different companies.
Yes. When I was a kid, the guy down the road has a Yamaha. The guy down the other road has a Suzuki, and then dude, that guy's got a Husky. What?
Yeah.
Like it was always one of those things. So it is sad if that's what happens. Don't know if that is what's going to happen. I said to him though I felt that they should have bought KTM.
Yeah.
And he said that they might be getting out of the motorcycle business.
Well, if I recall correctly, they only own Ducati.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I thought they owned
Just Ducati.
I thought it was Vespa too.
They're only motorcycle investments in Ducati.
Okay. Well, then for them it doesn't really matter.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's not a huge investment. It's a small investment in the company.
Yeah, one of the largest vehicle producers in the world.
Yeah. So but either way, he just said that they've talked about it.
Yeah.
And I think it's probably to free up cash flow to do other stuff because they have a lot of cars that they make in Europe that they would like to produce in other places. So,
if anybody that works at Volkswagen is listening, bring wagons back, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
I might actually buy another Volkswagen.
Yeah.
At this point, my car's been at the dealership for a month.
Is it
And
still there?
It's still there.
Jeez.
Been there since December 2nd.
it's just having a oil change.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, they're just doing an inspection.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's getting new wiper blades.
I mean, at this point, they're gonna have to start paying the note on it.
So
They keep it for longer.
But so he said in Big Gusto would probably just
Yeah.
be gone.
And after a couple of years, a company will buy the name.
Right.
Yeah.
Husky, he said he's not sure about, but he said Husky does not carry the weight that KTM does.
No.
No.
So, and I've seen other articles talking about potentially Husky having to be like cutting off the arm to save the body type deal.
Which, I mean, they've already done that with
And
them.
Big Goose is like cutting off your pinky toe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Husky Barn is like cutting off an arm.
Hey, we're going to sell this niche motorcycle brand that most people don't even know what an MV Agusta is.
No, they don't.
True.
Nor have they ever seen one.
That's true.
No, they don't. If you ever want to know what the decal on the side of an early 2000s MV Agusta, go find a Lamborghini SV550.
But yeah.
The SV logo is what the MV
Oh, it
logo
does
looks
look-
like.
It does
exactly-
look similar.
Yes,
now
it
that you
does.
mention that, yeah.
Yes, it does.
Exactly what
Yes,
it
it
looks
does.
like.
Um,
And they're cool bikes. They're super cool.
yeah, but nobody needs four tailpipes coming out of the exhaust or
No.
coming out of underneath the seat.
No.
So,
But I mean, why not?
Why not? If you can do it, do it.
but no, give me duals. No, I don't need four. Four really tiny ones.
Screw you.
really
uh,
funny.
We're going to have 5 just to.
We're gonna have
somebody
6.
So, but KTM won't. We're not going to lose KTM.
No, I don't think KTM's going
Which I
to.
didn't think we would.
Where
It may
will
change hands.
Look what the brand will look like in itself. I don't know. His statement was current KTM owners don't need to necessarily worry about anything.
And
Future KTM quality might come into question though.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it'll most likely be the same issues that they had when they first started having the Indian and or Chinese produced bikes during that period.
Yeah.
When they first started moving the small bore bikes to those factories, there was a lot of issues. There was a lot of defects that were manufactured into the engines that KTM in Austria wouldn't have had, but the engines actually ran instead of blowing up like they did.
Now, I didn't say anything to him about which he said he was sad that if they let Ducati go because he also has a Ducati back home.
Oh.
And he goes, I won't get my discount anymore.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So, but
You actually now have to pay extra.
Right?
what I also didn't say to him is about how KTM, like the only reason, first of all, the only reason KTM produces motorcycles is because of World War II. In case you don't know that, KTM was actually a bicycle company.
Yes.
I actually didn't know that.
Before World War II, KTM was a bicycle company. World War II happened, and the guy that owns KTM, keep in mind, it is his name. KTM is the initials of his name. He started producing motorcycles for the German military. Technically it was the German military, but it was a special division of the German military. Because we did not fight, in case anybody is confused in your World War history, we didn't really fight Germany or their military. We fought a division of the German military.
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
A political party
Yes.
took over Germany and took control of the German military.
Yes.
But that political party was also not in charge of Germany. It would have been like Patton taking control of the U.S. military.
Fair. I think that's a very gray line.
It is. It is. But also, if you ask Germans about the history, they will very plainly explain to you.
What are you talking about? Nothing happened from 1939 to 45.
Yeah. They will very clearly explain to you that was not Germany.
Okay.
Deutschen Leben. So,
no, anyways. That was Argentina.
Yeah. So, yeah. But anyways, KTM started producing motorcycles for that. In Austria, the town where KTM originated,
Didn't know that either.
they were not for all of this.
No.
And actually kicked KTM out of the town.
Yeah. And at that time, too, a lot of companies didn't really get the choice.
That's true. He did.
Yes.
He had a choice.
He did, because he, at the time, smaller manufacturer that wasn't already really tooled up to make motorcycles. Compared to companies like
and he goes,
BMW.
Yeah.
I do this.
Yeah.
I got you, bro.
Hey, I got you.
Hey.
Wrong man.
Can I get one too?
So, anyways. So, yeah.
Moving on.
So, what happens with the KTM? They're not going nowhere. I don't think parts quality is going to change. Like, if you have to get parts for a motorcycle.
I mean, from what I understand, they have so many motorcycles still just kind of sitting in limbo right now.
Well, I don't distrust Chinese motorcycles.
No, I don't either.
Like a lot of people do.
I've ridden quite a few of them.
If you look like at those cheap Chinese scooters, okay, that everybody had. Here it seemed like fucking gas stations sold them.
Yeah.
That's true.
If you
the
looked at
KOs or whatever.
yeah,
they were.
if you looked at those things, the parts that had problems on those were wearable items.
Yeah.
And the ones that the engines broke on, it was because people were getting them and not taking care of them.
Yeah, but that's with anything.
Yeah, they're riding down the street with 15 guys on it, never changing the oil.
Exactly.
Or they're buying a 2-stroke and they're going to the gas station and they're pouring mix
Oh God.
in with the gas, thinking that's mixing it, and it's burning up piston rings.
Yeah, yeah. That's with anything, and we've talked about this in length as well. Chinese bikes, they've gotten better over time. They have better, in theory, they have better reputations than they used to, and they're producing better quality motorcycles.
Newsflash: KTM is not competing in 2025 Dakar.
Yeah,
Covey is.
Yeah. I did also see where KTM's pulling out of like all their MotoGP, all the racing series.
But think about that.
Yeah.
Do you know how big 2025 is going to be for when you say Chinese motorcycle?
That's if they start performing.
I don't know if you know. So Covey is probably the most expensive Japanese or Chinese brand motorcycle.
Never heard of it.
And I say it's Covey. It might just be Cove, but it's Kove. So their motorcycles, like their bike, their Dakar rally bike that they have built, you can buy. It's a 450. It's like $12,500, which sounds like a lot of money. But if you compared it to the KTM 450 Dakar bike,
Yeah.
that's like $27,000.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like,
So it's half the price.
Okay.
It's basically a budget entry level bike. They took bikes and went to people. I'm just throwing out names. This is not who they went to, but they went to people like Ricky Carmichael and Travis Pastrana and stuff like that and said, here's a bike, go have fun.
yeah.
That's all they did.
I mean,
And they're letting those people put the stuff out there about these motorcycles. And their people have put out stuff about the motorcycles. It's not, the people that they got the bikes to are not that huge of a level of rider, but they're big enough that some of them know. I think one of the guys that has one might have been one of the Metal Militia guys or something like that.
Okay.
But now, Covey has got with a couple guys that do Dakar. And they put together a Dakar factory race team. And they're doing it. One of the arguments on YouTube about the Covey is there's no dipstick to check the oil level.
Yeah. Which is annoying.
Covey's response was, you don't have to check the oil level on our bikes. If you put in the right amount of oil, then the oil that should be in there is in there.
That's a bold statement.
yeah.
It is a very bold statement, especially if you start burning oil.
Yeah.
Like, I can guarantee Honda would never come out and say, you don't have to check the oil on our bikes.
My anxiety wouldn't like that
Yeah.
at all.
So there's no sight glass. There's no
I'm sure
dipstick.
there's some sort of digital sensor for low oil.
Not on the videos I've seen.
Oh, really?
And if you want a Covey, there is not a dealer in the United States that sells them. You can get them in the United States. You have to order them off the internet. They come to you in a crate, shipped to you on the back of a truck, and you have to put it together yourself.
Ah.
I mean,
But $12,500 for a Dakar-ready motorcycle.
yeah, that's not
I mean,
bad at
that's
all.
not bad.
Yeah.
But
Apparently, like a top tier. Like apparently, the guys that have rode them have been like, these things are bad. But at the same time that you're doing that guys are doing that, and everybody's going, oh, it's a cheap Chinese-made motorcycle. I could show up with an AJP
Yeah.
to somewhere, and 90% of the people there would be like, what kind of crap is that? Never even heard of an AJP. And it's like, well, it's probably the best dirt bike in the world, completely indestructible. Or I could show up to a race with a Christini, and people would be like,
yeah.
oh, what is this crap? It's the coolest dirt bike in the world that's had military contracts from like 17 different countries.
What do you mean? It's not a CRF?
Like, what-
Correct. And that's the problem.
It's not a KX?
That's the problem
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
today's society. Me and Ryan had this conversation. There's too many people that are, everything is about their world and their existence and what they know.
Yeah.
They won't give something a chance, and they take what somebody else tells them as gold.
Yeah, they heard somebody back in the 80s say the Chinese bikes are shit, and then they never looked at them again.
Correct.
So just carried that on forever.
Correct.
Never rode. Like, that was my mentality too, before I rode a couple of them. Some are not great, some are fantastic. You know, it's with anybody.
Nobody wants your Chinese product. Okay, well, cool. Well, get off of your cell phone.
That's
You
true.
throw away your laptop, whatever you're listening to this on.
Throw
Yeah.
away
I want
most of your
Chinese products.
clothes.
I'm going to tell you now, if you're like, that stuff's made in Japan. No, it's not.
Sorry, Taiwan.
Taiwan.
And here's the thing. That's an argument that's going on right now, too.
Yeah.
You know what Taiwan has?
Like some of the largest manufacturing in the
But-
world.
MotoGP tracks.
Yes, they do.
Mm.
F1 tracks.
Yeah.
They do.
You know who loves Taiwan? Almost every F1 team, because they have private facilities there where they manufacture and all this other stuff and test.
Yeah.
Like, where's the problem?
Old mentalities.
Yep.
It's
It
old
is
mentalities.
old mentalities.
It is.
I'm not saying, yeah, Taiwan, don't buy American. I'm not saying that.
But be open to it. Like look
Yeah.
look at a product. Because
Yeah.
buy the product, not the brand.
Yeah.
Look at what you're looking at. If it meets your needs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
try it.
Yeah.
Worst thing you can do, go for a test ride. You don't like it, then say, all right, well,
Yeah.
I knew I was right, and then go
Almost
back to
everybody listening to this has watched those videos of the dudes in Afghanistan rebuilding alternators using ground from the earth and sitting there going, how in the heck did they just do this? Because they're smarter than we are.
I mean,
I don't know any other way to describe it.
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the guys in India that put 15,000 pounds of rice or whatever on the back of their Honda Cubs and drive it across the country
Things got
with three
half
other
a million
guys
miles
on
on
it.
it.
And you're sitting here going, how do they do that? Because they're smarter than us. It's just like if someone ever went, I'm a better driver than you. The first question I'm going to ask, where are you from? And if they go, well, I'm from Syria or Dubai or anything like that, I'm going to look at them and go, 100% you are. I have seen y'all drive.
Yeah.
Y'all drift down the interstate. I've seen the videos of y'all going on two wheels, and the guy will, like, one guy leans out the front window and takes the tire off, while another guy leans out the back window, takes the tire off, and they swap tires
And then they
while
pass,
all driving on two wheels.
and then they pass a steering wheel out
Yeah.
the window.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
are no rules over there.
And the guy right next to him is doing a four-wheel burnout in his Nissan Patrol with an RB26 with 2,200 horsepower. I've seen y'all. I don't compete. I'm not on y'all's level. I'm not on your level.
No, we're not.
I mean, I'm sure your pickup could do a 4-wheel burnout. I mean, it'd get dragged by another vehicle with the brakes on, but
Yeah, that's the only way four wheels are burning out.
Yeah.
The thing's not even four-wheel drive.
That's not what I like to say, actually.
It only does a two-wheel burnout if it's wet and I'm up a hill and the road's covered in motor oil.
but it will do
But
it.
But it will do it
Damn it.
for a half a second. And then it goes, oh, I'm too old for this. And just stops running.
We need to be in 4th gear for this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the transmission is so good in that truck. It goes, oh, wheel speed, shift gear. So, but no, me and Ryan had this conversation today because it was like the conversation came up where we were talking about the road glide.
Yeah.
Well, everybody thinks the road glide is superior to a street glide because it's been forced into your skull that the road glide is superior to a street glide.
But it's not any better.
But 90% of the people out there can't go out and ride a road glide on the corners any faster than they can a street glide.
Mm-mm.
No.
90% of the people can't go out there and ride a road glide on the interstate any better than they can a street glide.
No.
You want to sit there and go, you get buffeting on your street glide. Okay, cool. What kind of bars do you have on your road glide? Let me put those exact bars on my street glide and you tell me if we have buffeting. Stock for stock, pound for pound.
You're almost looking at the same.
Yeah.
It's whether you want a
almost-
fixed fairing or
Exactly.
Correct.
It's-
But I remember with the road glides, with that argument, there was guys who would go, well, I want my headlights to turn. Like when I turn my handlebars on my street glide, they turn in a parking lot?
yeah. How often are you turning your handlebars? At,
Correct.
Like
Well, that conversation happened with someone that we know. I'm pointing at Heather, but I'm not talking about Heather, so you could take a
Okay,
wild
it's
guess
not
what I'm
me.
talking about.
yeah, I got you.
Yeah. And I was like, what are you talking about? And when I made that statement, he looked at me and goes, oh, yeah, you're right. I was like, I know.
Like, I know.
I mean, yeah. If you're going around a sharp turn,
No. At 5 miles an hour, maybe.
yeah. Well, I'm thinking of like going up the like W road, going up
Yeah.
the mountain.
Yeah.
You're still not even
You're still
getting.
not.
No.
You're not getting any more light than you
No.
would with a fixed headlight
Correct.
light.
There's not any
Correct.
difference there.
Correct.
Not any difference.
You want more light on the side? Get some really nice blinkers.
Yeah.
Like spots, like Denali's that spot. So,
Turn into a UFO.
Now, actually, I can say the time having the BMW with the lights down low on the front wheel, that turn with the wheel.
I
and
bet
the
you.
fixed headlight.
I bet
I get
you.
both.
I bet you at speed in a corner, you get 5% more angle
If that.
of light.
If that.
If that.
Yeah.
Yeah. At speed.
5%.
Which
Yeah.
is nothing.
If that. Out of 360 degrees of angle,
Yeah.
you got 5 more percent.
Yeah, which is nothing, really.
But cruising around those dark parking lots at night really
Correct.
helps.
Correct. But people shove these ideas in your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's, the conversation happened recently about, where people are buying road glides over street glides right now. Well, why? Because every single ad that's put out is a road glide.
Yeah.
Every performance bagger you see is a road glide.
Which, I mean, is fine. They're both fine bikes that do what they're supposed to do.
How about the guy that has the road glide that says, I bought a road glide because the bagger racing is road glides. But that bagger racing is a completely custom motorcycle.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter what figure they put on the front of that thing.
It does not matter. You're not getting that off a showroom floor.
That's a whole new world right there.
Unless you buy that Indian that they made for 2 years that was a race bike for $300-something thousand.
Yeah, no.
All of that to be said is because, like I said, people are hearing stuff like with KTM.
Yeah.
They get bought out. They're a Chinese company, and people are going to go, well, I'm not trusting KTM no more. They're a Chinese company.
Yeah, but you bought them before when they were made by China.
Exactly.
I mean,
it doesn't matter. But Nelly still advertised that they're an Italian company. They have not been an Italian company for a very long time.
Heck, they make shotguns.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
I mean, Beretta apparently makes cars and pistols.
They made one car.
But there's 2 brand new ones sitting in the Beretta factory in Italy.
Is there really?
Oh, yeah, because they sued.
Oh, yeah.
They sued, and in their settlement, they got a bunch of money and 2 cars.
Which is hilarious.
There's 2 brand new ones sitting in the showroom.
And they're still only worth about $350.
Scrap weight.
Scrap weight. Not even. You'd have to pay somebody to take one.
What's funny is we're going to see it may come here in a couple years.
The
Beretta.
285. What the? If that happens, I'm over. I can't do cars anymore.
Lewis has been telling me forever that the Pontiac Aztec is going to be the new thing, where people are spending ridiculous money for.
Oh, I remember
They already have gone up.
He's talking ridiculous.
Not like he was talking about.
$100,000 and $200,000.
No.
He said the Pontiac Aztec, when that is 40 years old, is going to be like a 40-year-old Charger RT.
Absolutely not.
No.
I told him the same thing. I told him he was smoking crack. When he told me that, I said, you know what is going to be when it's 40 years old? Like the old 70s Charger RTs? A new Charger RT.
Because that most likely that type of person's already dead.
That car, in the same condition those cars at auction are for.
Yeah.
Remember, the ones that are going for $200,000 is Grandpa bought it and it's got 65,000 miles on it still.
Yeah.
Oh, at that point, none of us will be able to have internal combustion engines, and it'll all be electric. They'll be out.
Dodge did a great commercial about that, though, too.
Talking about the new Challenger.
No. Dodge had a Super Bowl commercial. I think it was a Super Bowl commercial from a couple of years ago, where the kids or whatever, were asking Grandpa about what it used to be like to drive a car back in the day.
Oh, really? I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
And then at the end, I'll show it to y'all later. And then at the end of the commercial, he goes out to the garage and his old 70 Charger is in the garage and pulls the cover off of it and takes off down the road during the middle of the night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that was also a time period where Dodge said they'd never make electric vehicles.
Well, that's because they don't understand charging or transmissions.
No.
No.
You only need 3 speeds.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Where you going, Muffin?
I'm getting drunk.
No. You're not doing that.
Why?
Because Daniel said no.
He don't care. I was going to say
Why
if he
do you
wanted
know?
a drink.
Daniel doesn't need drink.
I got my water.
Daniel's got water. I got my baby monster.
That is a cute little can.
I know. I found these the other day. I was like, it's probably more appropriate.
Instead of the twist off.
The twist off is like 3 of these.
Yeah. So you said you had some other topics.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do.
Okay. Are we waiting for Muffin to get back?
No. Me and Muffin already had these conversations last night, actually,
Oh, well,
about
perfect.
the other topic. The XR.
Yes.
Stuff going on with the XR.
Yes.
So we have determined we were going to try to put a set of Pan America handlebars because they're a fat bar style bar.
And they're a little bit taller.
On the XR, and they were taller. So we bought, or I purchased a clamp adapter to step up to the fat bar. Well, apparently those are fatter than a fat bar, so they won't go in the clamps. So in case anybody wants some fat bar adapter clamps from 7/8 to fat bars, let me know. I've got a set. So I've ordered a 7/8 bar for the bike.
Yes.
Now, here's the tricky part about the bar.
Okay.
Several people are running this handlebar on KLR 650s.
Okay.
So in mine, should have no issues on my XR.
In theory, yeah.
You know, KLR's heavier and stuff like that. These bars are made for 110s.
Mm.
They're basically a tall pit bike bar.
Which, I mean, dirt bike's a dirt bike.
Yeah, except for one weighs like 75 pounds.
Also true, but
they're 7/8 bars, high strength steel, or high strength aluminum. Like I compared.
What was the brand again? I know we talked about it.
It's Pro Tapers that I'm looking at.
I mean, that's what I have on my little 100.
Right. But what I did was I went and looked what a Pro Taper 7/8 bar, what is the construction?
Mm-hmm.
Like, was it made out of? The bars that I'm getting that are Ford 110s are made out of the exact same thing.
Then it doesn't matter.
That's kind of where my mind is. And Ryan's been running them for a while and abuses that KLR and hasn't had any issues.
So it shouldn't be an issue.
Several people run them on their KLRs, actually.
Yeah, I mean, if they're running it on a KLR and haven't had any issues, you're talking about a fatter bike.
Yeah. So, but building out the XR to be a little better suited for me when it comes to off-road riding, because I did a big ride on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So we did the McKaysville ride.
Yep.
It was fun. It was a good time. I had a great time. Bars, I still need bars have to be taller.
Especially since if you're standing up on the bike. If you're seating, commuting, the bars that are on it, perfectly fine. Even with the risers that we have there.
I'm hoping with the taller bars that it's going to put me into the position standing up that I'm hoping to be in. If that's the case, we're doing a little bit better, and then we can start shifting focus to doing some other things. Because what me and Muffin were talking about is if the bars don't do that, then the option is starting to find something that's more of an ADB bike.
Yeah.
Because the people I'm running with are ADB people. So,
when you're riding with a bunch of people that are on Pan Americas.
Yeah. True.
But the little old XR just putzing along.
Yeah, it's trucking,
buddy, I put it
along.
We got on the trail. I put it in third gear. I just went. I don't think I ever shifted gears.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You could come to a dead stop in third gear.
It'd start lugging up a hill. I just kind of would feather that clutch a little bit and just right up the hill.
Yeah. They had to shift more.
I'm like, the pig's on its way. Oh, also, I almost killed myself on the ride. And I think that I messed up. Not like I broke something.
Yeah.
I think the rear brake fluid reservoir locked up again.
Mm.
Not the master cylinder. Don't get me confused. We're not talking about the master cylinder.
So we need to back it off a little bit.
No. Not that. The fluid reservoir. Remember how I told you it melted from the heat because you got the wrong reservoir on there?
Yeah.
Did it melt? I think it happened again. Because all of a sudden, the rear brakes feel spongy. If I push it all the way down, I have brakes. But I have to push it way down to have brakes.
It almost makes me feel like we should just
like it's not getting fluid from the reservoir.
Probably just go to a stainless steel line.
That's not the problem. The line is not the problem. The reservoir is the problem.
Well, being right there next to the exhaust.
Right, the reservoir melted
Gee.
the first time.
Well.
I think that's what has happened again is the reservoir has melted.
Yeah.
So I'm currently looking at new reservoirs that come off at a better angle.
I almost wonder if there's a way
So you're
you
going
can
to go
just
straight down to the exhaust.
Yeah. Just relocate it. Zip tie it to somewhere else.
Correct. So we have found a reservoir at the shop. It is a much larger fluid reservoir. Me and Ryan looked at it and thinking that we might have to build like a little tab for it to actually mount to. But if it works,
it works.
Right.
I mean,
and it comes straight out the side.
Oh, even better. Yeah. So
not down like this current one does.
Yeah.
Not at a 45 like the factory does. Straight out the side.
Yeah. And that'll work better. That'll keep it away from that exhaust.
Correct.
Won't melt. Because we did determine that the one that's on there right now is not a factory.
Correct.
Master cylinder.
Well, not the master cylinder. Reservoir. Fluid reservoir.
Yeah, fluid reservoir. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I've got to get those other pegs. I couldn't get the pegs on before we went ride. I got to get the other pegs on there. So I have more.
Which, look, I mean, you're already doing better than the factory
foot
Honda
angle.
pegs.
Yes. But that way I have more angle and being able to move my feet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but the conversation was about if I said, okay, I'm going to slowly transition over here and maybe do something that I told you I would never do, but look at getting a KLR. And a KLR is a pretty inexpensive motorcycle.
Yes.
Like even brand new.
There's a reason.
Yeah. So Ron let me take his for a little spin.
Yeah.
It's a 22.
Yep.
And I liked it. His bars still need to be. His bars, if they had
the riser
adapter that I have on mine, I think it would have been about perfect.
Yeah.
His concern was power because he says it's so underpowered. But technically on paper, the XR is less power than the KLR.
But it's lighter.
But it's probably 75 pounds lighter.
Yeah.
So, but I told Ryan with the KLR, that's easily solved by putting a larger rear sprocket on the back. Now, Ryan said he gets about 80 and it's no fun anymore. Guys online are saying like 75. And I'm like, that's fine. Because when I'm on the XR cruising up to Ocoee, I'm on the back roads running like 55.
Yeah.
So if I went up like 2 teeth on the rear of a KLR, 75 would be more like 65.
Yeah.
And I only plan on running 55.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta, with a bike like that, the XR, the KLR, they're not made to go fast. They're not race bikes. They're not made to go fast.
Correct.
Like,
yeah.
If you see 100 miles an hour on one of those bikes, you shouldn't.
But
good for you.
If the bars and the pegs make a vast improvement, which I hope they do,
then you're good to go.
Then my next feat, gas tank is not a feat because that's just a buy and put it on.
Yeah.
It's not a feat. Which I told her, like, I want the new gas tank, but I'm also not going to do the gas tank if...
Get this done first.
Get it where
if
it's
the seating
like...
position works for you.
Yeah, if the new pegs and the new bars, and I'm like, okay, this thing is golden, then I'm going to look at the gas tank.
Yeah.
Which I don't have to hunt. We figured out the gas tank situation.
Yep.
And I really have thought about, like, a rally tower.
I mean...
There's only a couple companies that make a rally tower for that thing. There's only 2 of them that aren't universal rally towers.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say, there are a lot of universal rally towers.
There's only 2 that kind of look okay.
Yeah.
Well, not look okay. There's only 2 that are designed for that you can buy. One of them does not look okay.
And they're both expensive.
And they're both like $1,000.
Yeah.
The one that does not look, neither one of them really look that great. The one that does not absolutely does not look great is basically the plastic fairing that's on there now. It's the same thing, but it has a really tall forehead to it.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And I was like, that looks ridiculous.
That does.
The other one has the full conical where it comes around from the gas tank, comes up and everything, but it's like 2 round headlights next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that one either, but that one's a little bit better.
That one is better.
So what I would truly love, and this is what me and Ryan talked about today, was finding one from like a factory one from another bike and building bracketry to make it fit.
I want to say they also made, I want to say it was the NX 650.
Yeah.
And that did come in a dual headlight type format.
So there was someone.
And those parts do actually.
There was someone in Europe
yes,
that took an older Africa Twin.
The twin headlight Africa Twin.
And made the front fairing fit their XR.
I don't see why not.
Apparently it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
But I told Ryan, I was like, if I got the right thing and it had the spacing, then essentially it's removing the headlight, building some bracketry so this fits.
Yeah.
And going from there. Now, the universal kits that are pretty cool, they're not cheap though.
No.
They're, even on the low side, they're $500-600.
Correct.
The universal kits, if I got one of those, I would probably find some way to have some sort of side fairing that comes down on them.
I have
because
seen
they don't have side fairings. It's just the little windshield with the headlight and the frame. Now, on those universal ones, it comes with a tab that you have to weld to the neck.
Yeah.
To bolt those two.
Yes.
Which is not that big of a deal. A lot of guys have done that.
Yeah, it's not the...
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. And they said literally, if you don't want that on there anymore, you can leave the tab still in the neck and switch everything back.
And you never notice it.
Correct.
It's hidden behind everything else that's up there. Now, I have seen them, some universal ones that do have side fairings. Probably not exactly like the Africa Twin.
Correct.
But they do have them. And they... Once again, it's going to take fabrication, making sure you have mounts for everything.
Well, the only thing that I would achieve out of getting the rally tower, which I would do anyways, is a GPS.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's no GPS mount now.
No.
All of these, what they achieve is being able to mount a GPS.
Which, if you're out there in the woods, good thing to have.
So
I've got an old TomTom somewhere.
Oh, the TomTom.
The TomTom put us in the wrong part of Pittsburgh. When TomTom went, lock your doors, I went, what?
What?
So the one that has the dual round light.
Yes.
If I could put my hands on one of those.
Yeah.
Because it comes with a lighting kit. If I could put my hands on one to check some measurements, and the measurements are what I'm thinking, and then I had the option to buy it without the lighting kit.
Just the mounting.
Just the mount and the fairing. If it's what I would hope, I would probably do it. And then I would cut the lighting kit, or cut the light out.
Yeah.
And put my big round yellow light in its place.
Yeah. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be very cool.
Blind full power.
I don't care.
You see the whole woods.
We don't need
all
high
the
beams.
woods.
I don't care.
Yeah.
It would be high beam. It would always be high beam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see.
Yeah.
So, but like that's the thing.
Because that's the only bike where loud pipes actually save lives because it's so loud.
So I did tell Ryan this. I didn't tell you this. That time comes and I go, okay, I'm ordering a fuel tank for it. Yeah. I'm going to get natural. I'm not going to buy red and I'm not going to buy white. I'm going to buy natural for a reason.
You can see how much fuel's in it.
You can see the fuel level.
I'm in 100% agreement.
Because if I'm buying that fuel tank for a bike that does not have a fuel gauge, Daniel, you know what it's like to ride bikes without fuel gauges.
Yes.
When I'm on the XR, I have to pop that gas cap off and look inside there. And it's not that hard to see when you pop that gas cap off. The gas tank is red, but it still lets enough light in that you can kind of see where the fuel level is.
Yeah.
Now, if you were in the dark woods and it was very shady, you'd have to put a light in there or something like that.
Give it a
light
good
a
shade.
match or
Give
something.
it a light a match.
But with a natural,
you can see.
You just look down at the side of it, go, okay, that's how much
And
gas
with
I
a
got.
natural too, you never have that issue with the color fading,
Correct.
which seems to happen a lot on the
Correct.
white and the red tanks.
Correct.
So yeah, I completely agree, especially on that bike.
Yeah, I mean it's the pig, man.
Yep, that's what it does. It's a tractor. It's a tractor. You got to know how much gas is in your tractor.
So, but yeah.
Check the oil by pulling up the neck.
So the handlebars have been ordered though.
Okay.
It's their only shipping option was 2-day shipping. But I don't.
And it's been 4 days.
Well, no, they were supposed to get ordered yesterday, but we got a new credit card at work because we ordered it through a company
Yeah.
that we distribute through at work.
Yeah.
So there was a problem yesterday with the card, so we had to reprocess it today. It'll probably be Monday before they actually get the order,
Which makes sense.
but I don't know if it'll actually get processed on Monday.
So by the end of the week,
If it got
likely.
processed Wednesday, it'd be Friday before they came in, which that's fine because I told Charlie it would be next Friday before I could pay for the handlebars anyway.
There you go.
So,
Oh, that works.
yeah, so I am going to, the plan is because of Ride and Runs
Yeah.
without the risers, is to leave the 30 mil riser spacers on
Yeah.
and put those bars on top of that.
It should be taller than the KLR's bars with the 30 mil riser. So
I'm thinking it's going to put me like
right in that.
right in that sweet spot where I want to be.
Yeah. Because I know we talked about measurements of the new bars, and I
Correct.
can't remember them off the top of my head.
And if
You
it-
get
If
enough.
it doesn't put me where I want to be,
There's really not much else we now.
there
we
is
could
one other
get
option.
the
Not the rocks.
well, no, there's another riser.
No, the rocks. That was the other option. That was the other
I know
riser.
the rocks that can move back
Yeah.
and forward.
No, the other option is then take those bars that I've ordered, sell them to Ryan so he has backup handlebars,
There you go.
put the fat bar adapters on there,
Yeah.
and order some Pro Taper high bend ADV bars.
Mm.
Problem is they're probably going to end up being about the same height
Yeah.
as with these bars that I have on order now.
Yeah. And I would say we are getting near the limitations of how tall we can make those
Correct.
those bars.
Some of the issue that I think I am encountering
Is your height?
is not the height. If you drew a straight line up from the peg
Yeah.
and a straight line up from the bars, how far away I am, that gap,
Yeah.
like where the bars mount.
Correct.
Not like where the handlebar actually is, but where the bars mount. Because I feel like on a lot of other ADV bikes, that gap is a little less.
Yeah.
Like the fuel tank's not as long or something like that.
I guess that makes sense.
So,
Well,
but also if the bars are pretty close, I don't think it's going to be one of those things where I immediately get on it and go, oh yeah, this is perfect, and I go. I think I'll get on and be like, this is pretty freaking close, and might be able to do some adjusting of my riding style.
yeah.
Too.
Because
So,
I mean, with any motorcycle, you're going to be within the limitations of the geometry of the bike.
Mm-hmm.
At a certain point, there is no more adjustments that can be made,
Except for your riding style.
except for your riding style.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure there are many other people that are above 6 foot tall that ride XRs.
Oh, there's a lot. I've been
Yeah.
on all the different Thumper pages and XR pages and everything.
Like, oh, I love the clip-ons on mine. I get the perfect height.
There's a lot.
XRs
Well, what's blowing my
Scrambler.
mind is the guys that are running like low bars on like their T7s and stuff. I'm like,
That's a choice.
Oh, well.
They're also 5'2".
Little Lewis.
Yes, it's Lewis.
Yeah. Short people problems.
Yeah, so maybe by next episode, I'll have different bars on the XR.
Different bars, different pegs.
Like if the bars come in next Friday, which I won't be there, but if they come in on next Friday,
put them in on Saturday.
I won't be there Saturday.
Oh yeah, you won't be there Saturday.
What I'll do is I'll go get the bars. I'll go pick up the bars on Sunday, and I'll come over here.
Yeah.
And we'll put the bars on using your new T handles.
Yes.
we could podcast while you put the bars on.
Heather,
I mean,
we have talked about that.
And we have not done it for reasons.
The last time we were fiddling with the XR, we talked about doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be cool, but I also think it would probably be one of the most boring episodes.
Yes.
Because, like, when we did the rear brake adjustment, we talked, but it was like...
We're not talking about bikes. We're like, all right.
Well, no. Even when we were talking about bikes, it was like, right there. Hang on. No, back it up a little bit.
Back, yep.
Hang on. No, the other way.
The other way.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can push it with my hand. Okay.
It's touching the case now.
Yeah.
So this will be entertaining for me to watch.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too tight. I can't even push the brake at all. I'm going to go back and adjust it.
Oh, shit, it's locked.
Yeah. Actually, that did happen. I pushed it down and it just didn't move. I was like, brakes are locked. So.
It would not be entertaining for you as listeners.
Yeah. For me, watching, yes.
Yes. You watching, sitting there?
Yeah, entertainment.
But on the shifter, if everything works out perfect, and the peg moves my foot back some, but not enough,
yeah,
then I'm going to have to find a shifter that where the toe piece is has a slide adjustment. They have them,
yeah,
but I don't know if they have them in that bend angle.
That will be the question.
Correct.
Now, they do also have different shifter tips. I'm going to call it the tip.
And I thought about that. I thought about, man, if that thing was shorter,
yeah,
I might be able to get my foot underneath it better, or get the dirt bike boot underneath it better.
Well, now we can adjust where it is on the
Not much.
spline.
Not much. We go much more, it's going to hit the case.
Yeah.
When I shift up. So, because I was looking at that. So, and that's the problem. When we were doing all this at the shop, put the pegs and stuff on, it wasn't based on me wearing a dirt bike boot.
Yeah.
It needs to be based on me wearing a dirt bike boot.
And not just a shoe.
And then if I'm riding in my tennis shoes or my regular boots, I just deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because the Pan America pegs feel great.
Oh, they're awesome. I love them.
Regular boots.
I love them. Yeah, they ride fantastic in regular boots.
But the dirt bike boots, the off-road boots are bulky.
Yep,
That's why, like, the Pan America pegs that are on there now, if I could just straight up buy a shifter arm that had an adjustment to slide the shift peg forward or backwards, I'd buy that and wouldn't even change the pegs.
Yeah, you wouldn't need to.
Because it's like, I slide it forward when I have my dirt bike boots on.
And then slide it back when you
slide it back when I got on my other boots. But
yeah,
I don't have that kind of freedom.
He's tall and has big feet. That's his issue.
That's the issue.
Yeah, for all you short kings, I'm sorry.
Lord.
I'm 6'2" with a size 13. And on the upside, Daniel feels all my pain.
Yes, I do.
Daniel is 6'3" with a size 13 shoe. So
I have the exact same problem.
You know what they say about big feet.
And on that bombshell.
Hey everybody, this is Sean at White Lightning Harley Davidson. I want to thank you for listening to the Daily Biker Podcast. You can reach the podcast on Facebook or Instagram at The Daily Biker, or you can email the podcast at thedailybiker@gmail.com. Be sure to keep an eye on White Lightning Harley Davidson's social media pages for the most up-to-date information on all our events and where you can find the boys.